Ha! Sorry to break it to you. This place is a total bust. Hey there. Good to see you, Schwarzer. Real shame you guys came all this way for nothing, though. Huh. Go ahead. Take a gander. That's right. What we got here's the Draco Shrine, one of the sites for the rivalries. But the little subspace inside it got transported away just yesterday. I got the word from Albrecht and came to see it for myself. Truth be told, I didn't think they could just up and move the whole damn place either. Figured I'd come and check just in case. But sure enough.
Good. Looks like it worked.
We meet again, everyone.
Far sooner than expected, too.
I, the Severing Eclipse, am assisting the Reinford Company in their experiments on the Society's behalf. It is only a temporary arrangement, I assure you.
That's exactly right. Our client sent us a last-minute request to build a magic barrier generator. We incorporated some technology from the Society in our design as well, courtesy of Miss Croyce.
Integrating magic and science together was bothersome, to say the least, if ultimately fruitful.
Albrecht doesn't sound too wild about getting the rivalries going just yet. So, looks like I'll just be warming the bench till D-Day shows up. But I'm always up for throwing down ahead of time. All you gotta do is get past the barrier. Good luck.
You're welcome to try and infiltrate our ship, if you so wish. But you should be aware, we have defense systems in place to address any wrongful entries.
If you attempt to enter, you had best tread lightly, lest you find yourselves eclipsed.
My combat shell and I will be ready to face you as well. I'll say it again. Don't expect any mercy from me.
As for me, I will be merely watching from the sidelines. Let's hope the final keep trial wasn't all you're capable of. I shall be looking forward to seeing how far beyond it you can go.
that sound? They're here!
Look! Isn't that... What? The Crimson Wings. They really did build another one.
Theresa, prepare to intercept.
Right, let's go, Emily.
It's about as rough up here as I thought it'd be.
And this is just them saying hello. If we can't find an opening, we'll have to make our own.
We'll leave it to you. You got this, Crow?
Hell yeah! Come on, Ordine, let's show him how it's done!
Of course.
The Azure Knight?
So he really was alive.
Damn, we are taking a real beating here. Open her up. Let's make this baby fly.
But shouldn't we fire back?
Absolutely not. Focus all your efforts on evasive maneuvers until I say otherwise. Toa, have you found us a way in?
Yes, there's a blind spot right around the ship's hold. Sorry for the wait, Reen. Make your way over to the coordinates I just sent you.
Roger that. Let's go, Valimar! Emma, Muse, I'm gonna need your help here too!
Activating Spirit Path! Infiltration of enemy aircraft confirmed. Operation successful!
Nice. It's all on you now, Reen. Tell Jellica to save a punch for me.
Now it's our turn. Prepare to strike. Leave those anti-aircraft cannons useless.
Yes! Finally, I get to shoot something!
Do whatever it takes to get their bridge's attention.
Alright, fellas, the chips are down. I'm going all in, so you guys had best keep up.
We're right behind you, Crow. Intruders detected. Targets designated for annihilation. Launching battle program.
I knew you'd be coming, Elisa.
Seems we chose the right spot to guard. You all seem so shocked. Though I suppose it has been some time since we've seen each other. And for those I haven't met, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Theresa Caroline, 2nd Lieutenant in the 3rd Air Fleet of the Imperial Army.
And my name's Emily. I'm also a 2nd lieutenant. Both of us used to be in the lacrosse club with Elisa. They called me the Blazing Maiden. Cool, huh?
Mother! Sharon!
Professor Schmidt, too. And...
Looks like we finally hit the end of the line.
As I suspected, the Courageous was just a diversion. I warned you more than once, didn't I? Yet you seem determined to get yourselves killed.
Telling me no only makes it all the harder for me to resist. You of all people should know that by now. And here I was thinking this was an invitation between old friends.
Then you're a fool. You should have just forgotten all about me and stayed away.
Truth be told, I'm not actually sure what you stand to gain by siding with them, Professor. Is your research so important to you that you can't tell right from wrong? That you'd stoop to working with the gnomes?
I don't recall siding with anyone. I work only for the sake of my research. Those barrier generators were incidental busy work at best. I have already evaluated the results of my second and fourth disciples. This was a good chance to see the works of my first and third as well.
Their results?
The third disciple is Georg, and the first one was...
Mother, what is this all about? Why are you working with the Black Workshop? Why are you helping him?
Observing the results of our product's field tests is part of our standard contract. Beyond that, well, a smart girl like you should be able to figure out the rest. Now then, Miss Kruger.
As per my contract, I, the Severing Eclipse, am obligated to restrain you. I will not allow you to lay even one finger upon Chairman Irina, nor her generators.
Damn.
Sharon.
Irina, enough of this nonsense!
Gwen!
Grandfather! They must have patched him in from the Courageous too.
Right you are. You can thank Toa for helping me with that. Irina, what kind of mother are you? That's your daughter there. And you, Sharon, quit being so damn stubborn. And as for you, Schmidt, you finally crossed the line, you self-centered old goat.
I believe it is for the Institute of Technology, not you, to decide what limitations I must abide by.
This battleship and all its trial runs constitute an official contractual agreement between the Imperial Government and the Reinfeld Group. I've taken the situation into consideration, and it happens to line up with our company policies, so I see no issues. Should you disagree, ex-chairman, you may bring it up as a subject of discussion at our next board meeting.
Bah! There you go, hiding behind all your bureaucratic nonsense again.
Perhaps you'd best save your father-daughter squabbles for behind closed doors. We have other things to focus on at the moment.
Black Alberic.
So you finally decided to show your face.
Well, I'd only intended on making a routine check of the ship, but it seems some vermin have scuttled aboard. It would appear the Radiant Wings simply can't stop themselves from pursuing utterly futile endeavors.
Nobody asked you.
Man, you would have been one hell of a silver fox if it weren't for those cold, emotionless eyes of yours.
I didn't want to believe it, but it really is you, Franz.
Why, of course it is, my dear father-in-law. Not the most ideal of family reunions, but a joyous one still, to me at least.
Liar! What happened to Franz being just a fleeting version of you? You said so yourself in the crawl!
Oh, did I? Perhaps so. Nevertheless, I've retained the memories of my life as Franz Reinfeld. Further, Irina has given her full approval to the Black Workshop's mission statement. Together, we will create a new world order.
A new world order?
What the hell does that even mean?
You're referring to the Genesis that will follow the Great Twilight, aren't you?
Indeed. This continent is nearing its end. The Great One's revival is imminent. The hellfire of war and destruction will roll across the land, ushering the world into another dark age. An era of tumult and chaos, just like what occurred 1,200 years ago following the Great Collapse. What then do you suppose the world will need? A goddess? I think not. Professor, surely you know the answer.
Technology, without question. Technology will be the cornerstone for the world's restoration. It will work far faster than the Church could ever hope to. Bishops and cardinals will become obsolete, only to be replaced by engineers and scientists.
So that's what you're planning.
You're trying to remake the world? All to become its new gods?
Goodness, no. We would merely act as servants of the one true God. Though we would certainly be better custodians of the world than the Septian Church. It should be simple, really, given the combined technological prowess of the gnomes, the 13 factories, and the Reinford group. Chairman Irina understands this. Even as the world nears its end, she seeks the most logical path as chairman of the Reinford group.
Franz, Irina, what happened to you?
All of this runs completely counter to anything I would have expected.
No, this can't be true. The mother I know would never support a plan like this.
Oh, and what do you know, child? I can understand that you want to believe in your mother.
You're wrong. It's not about that. We already know the full truth. The truth that you, Black Albrick, are nothing more than a soul held hostage by its master.
That's right. We also know that this whole thing is nothing more than the Ebon Knight's plan to become the Great One.
To him, the Great Twilight is not the means, but the goal. What would happen after the end of the world, were there even to be one, is not his concern at all.
Right. There's no merit to the Reinford group going along with your delusions. So I know for a fact that she'd never do something as stupid as making a deal with you.
Elisa.
Well, of course I wouldn't. I signed off on a deal stipulating the production and testing of weapons and devices, not assisting with the end of the world. Though I do admit to feeling a little sentimental at the start.
Mother!
I'm here simply because it was the perfect opportunity to observe this battleship's field test. Doing so allows me to chart RF's best course of action, to scout out any promising new talent, and to see just what it is my former maid plans to do, now that she's thrown aside the name I gave her.
Chairman Irina.
Irina Reinford.
Since we're on the topic, George, you're just as bad. You act as though you're a member of the gnomes, but don't think I haven't noticed your painful lack of conviction. While Makarov and Tita progress in bounds, you, my third disciple, seem quite comfortable in that rut you're in. Where, pray tell, is the resolve I saw in you when I first took you under my tutelage? Now is the time for you to show me.
Professor.
Ha! I'd like to see it too. Whether you face us as Georg or George is up to you. We'll take you on either way.
You've always been a part of our family, Sharon. That much hasn't changed. I'm not giving up until you realize just how much you mean to me.
Lady Elisa.
Fine.
You want to see my resolve? Then I'll show you. I'm done holding back, Angie!
I will face you with everything I have. I suspect neither of you would be satisfied otherwise.
As you wish.
I've waited 4 whole years for this one. Time to finally settle the score.
Personally, I don't care which of you wins. All I ask is that you show me your full potential.
We will be watching with the utmost scrutiny. Of that, you can be sure.
Elisa! Angelica! We're with you on this!
All right, time to kick some ass! We'll show them how strong we are when we fight as one. Well put. Now have at you!
Looks like it's over.
Yeah, I think we got our point across.
Why did I?
So even to the end, you couldn't pull the trigger.
Why don't you just admit it already? No matter how much you try to get rid of him, Georg still lives on, somewhere deep inside you. Or maybe you just couldn't bring yourself to throw away all those days you spent pretending to be our friend. You can call it a character you were playing or a dream, but we all know the life you lived as our friend was real.
Not that it was so bad. It was as if I'd become a character in a story. I played my role, going to school, making friends, unaware that I'd been regularly reporting back to the workshop the entire time. But honestly, it wasn't that bad, considering it was just a dream.
George! Angie! Are you alright?
Sheesh, what are we gonna do with you? So, how you doing? Just thought I'd drop you guys a call from Ordine.
We've stopped half of their anti-aircraft cannons. We should be able to reach you soon. So please, wait for us, George.
Toa. Crow.
I never expected you to be able to bring light back to this eclipse. You've grown into a most remarkable fighter, Lady Elisa.
Like I said, I'll do whatever I must to bring you back, as many times as it takes. Because that's what family does for each other. You get it now, don't you, Sharon?
Of course. Your words have pierced me, straight and true, to the point where I regret that my contract was ever completed.
Sharon.
My. I expected a better performance from an enforcer. You as well, Georg. No matter. Irina, return to...
That's chairman to you. The only people in this world allowed to address me like that are my father and the man I love. Franz's return was the condition for our contract to end. But after listening to this madman's delusions, it's questionable whether those conditions have truly been met. The contract, therefore, remains valid. You may choose whether or not you remain under my employment.
Mother!
Oh, Irina, you always throw me for a loop.
I'm so glad.
Man, for an all-in-one super maid, you really made a mess this time.
So be it. If we're all done here, I may as well commence the final experiment. I hereby present to you my capstone project, my masterwork which will hasten the Great Twilight's completion.
What?
Something's coming!
One of the Society's ions. No.
Is he really gonna unleash that thing here?
Ah, I see. The one produced by the 5th Development Division.
So this is your capstone project.
Behold, the ultimate model in the Zauber Soldat line. Once the Empire absorbs every last bit of the Republic, these machines will cover the entire continent. Though they may be autonomous robots, there is no limit to the power they can output. Panzer Soldats and Divine Knights cannot compare.
Damn! How'd he manage to keep something like this a secret?
The ultimate culmination in Panzer Soldat technology. Very interesting indeed.
Instructor!
Right. Heed my call. Valimar, the Ashen Knight!
Damn, this thing's a friggin' monster!
No matter how much power that thing has, it's still unmanned. Let's do this!
Right behind you, Instructor!
What the hell is it doing?
Mother!
It broke the barrier generator!
Georg, what have you done?
Oh, it disappeared.
Boss, does this mean...
Yeah, looks like they pulled it off. Our turn's coming up next. You two had best get your asses in gear.
Yeah.
We've confirmed the barrier is offline.
The Zauber Soldat is down for the count, too. Sounds like mission accomplished to me.
It was a marvelous feat of engineering, but not quite the weapon you claimed it to be. Using the Great Twilight to grant it autonomy was impressive, I'll concede, but its tendency to lose control makes it impractical for use. In the end, Franz's Panzer Soldat designs surpass it by far. Failing marks. I don't know who you are or where you came from, but you pale in comparison to my first disciple.
Schmidt.
Professor.
Leave it to this old badger to really lay into him.
Fine. I'll yield for now. Your victory here changes nothing after all. And the end result will be the same, no matter who wins the coming rivalry. One way or another, you will fulfill your role as the sacrifice, Reen.
Sorry, but I don't intend to meet your expectations. I'll win the rivalries, but on my own terms. And once I do, I'm coming for your master.
Oh, will you now? I'll be looking forward to it. Georg, I'm very disappointed in you. The Black Workshop no longer requires your service. Where you go from here makes no difference to me.
George.
Sharon, are you okay?
There is no need for concern, my lady. I am no worse for the wear. I see you still intend to call me by that name.
That's the only name I've ever known you by. No. We all see you as part of our family. Me, mother, and grandfather alike. And thanks for keeping Mother safe.
Certainly, my lady.
I take it you've made your decision then. The Franz I married has not returned. A part of me knew that from the very start. Therefore, our contract is still in effect. It seems you'll have to continue your service a while longer. I trust you have no issue with this, Sharon?
It would be my greatest pleasure, Madam Chairman. I, Sharon Kruger, shall remain in your services for as long as you require.
Oh, Sharon. Aw.
Stubborn to the very end, that daughter of mine. Always taking the long route home. But I'm happy we're a family once more.
Yeah, me too.
We owe her for all the times she helped us during our days in school.
George!
Stop! Don't do it! He's too far!
Angie.
I finally got you, George. Where exactly did you think you were going, all on your own?
You should know. I've already burned all my bridges. Where else could I possibly go? Everyone Georg has hurt. All that I've destroyed. None of it can be taken back or forgiven.
And? So what? The world's about to end. Look at Crow. His time's running out even as we speak. You want to bow out now? While you still have the chance to make things right?
But...
As a Jaeger, I took more lives than I can count. It doesn't matter that I did it for the sake of my home. A life is still a life. And that weight stays with you forever. But I know you're strong enough to carry the weight of your own mistakes.
She's right. I mean, remember all that crap I pulled as C? I was a freaking terrorist, for crying out loud. I'm not hoping to be forgiven. My past weighs heavy on my conscience, but that's just something I gotta live with.
George, I won't ever forgive you if you try to leave us like that again. Even if I have to use force to make you do it, I'll make sure you carry your burden, because I'm your friend.
Crow. Toa.
Not to mention, your intel and experience as a gnome is highly valuable.
See? There are still things you can do. You owe us that much. So please don't give up on yourself. You're not finished yet.
You guys.
Their argument makes sense. You should take it under consideration, third disciple. You can find a better use for your life than tossing it away. Consider it my final test for you.
Thank you, Professor. I will accept that task.
George.
I'll be in touch. And when I return, I promise I'll make myself useful. As a member of the Gnomes. But more importantly, as a graduate of Thor's. And please tell Prince Olivert and the others that I'm sorry.
Everyone, I apologize for all the trouble I've caused you. as Sharon, a humble servant of the Rhineford family. Please allow me to join you.